Hi there folks, I'm here with Maisie and we're going to be talking about Saashi and Saashi's new games. This is the first time they're here at the UK Games Expo as well, isn't it?
Yeah. It is the first time they've come to the UK and first time at UKGE.
There's been so many of those types of people here and designers and all that kind of thing showing off really interesting things. And talking of interesting things, there are 3 games that they're going to be showing off here at the show. Now I've already talked to Maisie about these, so I'm going to make her do it all again.
All over again.
And we're going to dive into these games and see what it's all about. So talk us through them.
Okay, so let's go with Banquet and Banquet. I've got my brain all melted now. The Banquet game first. Great Evening Banquet is you are hosting a ball or a banquet of some sort, and you are having guests come to your house. You've got to seat them around the table and make sure that the most optimal guests sit next to each other to get the most points. So the guests will come out of the bag, you put them on a little carriage tile. So they've arrived in their little carriages, and in turn order you'll choose which of the carriages, which of the set of guests you want to take to your own banquet hall. You'll pop them down around the little tables, and depending on where the points, which tables want what for the points, if that makes sense. So for example, the one on the right, it wants 2 pink guests. The one above that, it wants 2 older ladies. There's some that don't want any green, etc. Those you score intermittently. So once you've sat 4 people around those tables, you turn that over, you score those points. At the end, when everybody has completed all 6 tables with 4 guests each, you start doing the rows and the columns. So some of them will get turned over when you've got 3 blue guests, and then that's your little commemorative photo, as they're called.
I saw that there's also, you've got 1 to 4 players on that, is it? So you can play it solo as well, which is
You can. I have not read the solo rules. So
but you can do that. But you can do that.
And there are also expert rules, you know, things for making it a bit more difficult as well,
Yeah. So what about Bus Stop? That's the next one you've got here as well.
Bus and Stop is fun.
Bus and Stop, yes.
Bus and Stop. You are a bus driver, and you are collecting guests and dropping them off, and sometimes kicking them off whenever you feel like it. You are trying to get sets of the same types of people to the different places. So you want to get all the businessmen to the office, you want to get all the mums with kids to the playground, you want to get all the tennis players to the tennis court. Generally, the more people that you have of that set, the more points you will score. Then you take one of the little points cards to turn it over. You can always place old people on the bus. My friend Ben likes to say, because you put them on the roof, there's always space. Then when you are dropping somebody off, somebody else can just decide that they want to kick some people off their bus as well, so that they can start optimizing their set collection. You know, if you're running out of spaces on your bus, but you're like, oh, I really want 3 more mums, and there are people at the bus stop that you can pick up, then you can go, you know what, you can go away, Mr. Businessman, I don't need you anymore.
And I suppose the other thing that's quite nice about it is that because you've got such a big stack of cards to play with for this, and so many variable objectives and all that kind of thing, every time you sit down to play, it's going to be slightly different, and different tactics you're going to be diving into and that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, exactly. You can really focus on different colours each time, or, well, depending, you can, if somebody else is focusing on some colours, you can be like, well, all right, I will either focus on the same colours and we'll compete, or opposite colours and not have to compete.
We will vie for the mums. We will vie for the mums.
Everybody wants to take the mums to the park.
And so the last one we've got over here is 1 a.m. Jailbreak.
That's indeed 1 a.m. Jailbreak. You are trying to get rid of all of your cards. You are trying to let all of your prisoners in your hand escape. You will be putting down generally numbers that match, or runs of numbers, and then the next person can put an amount of cards down that is plus or minus the amount that you put down. So if I put down 2 cards, you can either put down 3, 2, or 1 card. When essentially, very quickly at the end, whoever has got rid of all of their prisoners from their hand, when a certain amount of people have done that, or at the end of the game, the person with the least minus points, i.e. prisoners still left in their jail, loses.
I see.
There are some fun kind of rules, like if you've got some cards to get rid of that you want to really optimize, if somebody puts say somebody puts down like 4 6s, you can then maybe add a 6 to that before you take your turn. That's called shooting ahead. So there's like little bits that you can do in there as you go along, and
The thing that I was really drawn to when I came over to see this is that I love that kind of like whimsical nature to it in terms of its design and style, but there's actually still quite a lot of depth in all the mechanics and things, so you've got that kind of feel of a slightly breezier game but with a little bit of crunch in there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just for a little bit of extra stuff you kind of think about as you go through the game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so Saashi and Saashi is a husband and wife duo.
Right, yeah.
So Saashi is the designer, and then Takako is the illustrator. So what you said about like the whimsy with the crunch is really nice, because it is that, you know, them as a duo coming out in their games, which is really lovely.
And are they selling the games here at the show this year? Yeah.
Yes, they are indeed. Banquet is the brand new one this year. I think it came out 2 weeks ago. So that is on sale. Stop and 1am Jailbreak came out last year. There's a few of those, and there's some other games from their backlog as well that we've brought.
And if they want to come and find them, they can find them at stand 376761. Yes, I got it right this time. I read it off the thing. So yes, thank you very much, Maisie, for taking us through those games.
Thank you so much.
Obviously, come and check out Saashi and Saashi. As I said, it's really nice to see loads of new creators and designers here at the show this year. It looks wonderful. The gameplay sounds fantastic. Come and give it a go. Get a demo. And we'll catch you in the next one very soon. Tom, over here. Here, Tom. Right. Live blog, live stream, watch those. And yes, come and check out these games as well. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.